The complexity of a boomer shooter might not be clear as day to everyone, which is very understandable considering most of them look quite basic on the outside. But once you start digging and realize that there is a ton of mechanics at play, well, that's when you start falling in love with them, that's when you start grinding them, and that's when you realize that you're too old for boomer shooters. No, I'm kidding, you're never too old for boomer shooters. But they do sometimes look like they are going faster than light itself. And they do, but there is always a sense of control if the game has done it right, or if you, my friend, had enough practice. This right here will train you so that you are able to fly around the map like Superman himself, all while nailing those impossible headshots like there is no tomorrow. Friends, let me introduce Warstride Challenges, the game that will test every single reflex in your body and train them so that head shooting demons will feel just as natural as riding a bike, although it does come at a price. So hi there, my name is Slim, I will be your narrator for today, and don't be scared, I will take good care of you. Now let's do this! So first of all, there is no form of story whatsoever in this game. What this game essentially is a bunch of different challenges that you need to complete as fast as humanly possible. And that's the main objective of the game. Sounds a bit like a mobile game, you say? Well, yeah, it actually does, but trust me, it is not, okay? Now there is more to it than just that. Twice every episode, the game switches the formula up. Time will always be a factor, but the objective will change. So when it's not about getting through the maps as fast as possible, it can be about killing X amount of enemies as fast as possible, or collect X amount of skulls as fast as possible, which does add to the variety of the gameplay. I just wish these maps were more than they are. Currently, there is 2 of these maps in each episode, and there is a total of 3 episodes, and I kinda wish that there were 4 more of these varying objectives. But however, if you are looking to go really hardcore into the game, well, then we also have the big fun maps, as the game calls them, and essentially what that is, it's smaller maps mashed into one bigger one, truly testing how well you can memorize a map to complete it as fast as possible. And then we also got the community-made maps. Now, in all honesty, I have not been into those waters all that much, so I won't be talking about them too much, but they are plentiful, and the developers, they do keep a close eye on them, so that the ones that I tried, well, they were very much doable and quite cool actually. Now let's dig our teeth into the game and its mechanics. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it worth your buckaroonies? Let's find out. So the gameplay of this bad boy is faster than freaking light itself, and it doesn't just look like it is, it feels like it is, and it is. And it is also a part of what makes this game so amazing, because not only is the gameplay lightning fast, it feels fantastic. Every movement and mechanic down to the walking has been polished to almost near perfection. As an example, the headshots at early access, it was really hard to nail them, like really hard, and you need to do headshots in order to get the fastest possible time. Now the developers, well, they took note. They went back to the drawing table and tested it until their fingers bled just to get the perfect hitbox for the headshots. And now, my friends, well, it feels bloody amazing nailing those headshots. And I want to bring up another example, and that is the sliding and bunny hopping. Holy macaroni sauce, it feels so good. You can even slide around corners with a perfectly tilted camera, making you feel bad to the bone doing it. And if you actually manage to pop off a headshot while doing the slide and ending it with a bunny hop, well, congratulations, you officially feel like you are a boomer shooter god. And I'm not exaggerating here. It might actually sound like I am a bit, but honestly, this game makes you feel so many things. It even gets on your nerves, like really bad sometimes. Sometimes you just get so frustrated, you just want to punch your monitor right in the face. Wait, does monitors have faces? Oh my god. No, yeah, GG's. Why is that guy impossible to kill? Where the hell am I supposed to go? I did something. Oh my. Excellent. Good job, Slim. You are the best. So this is not an easy game by any means. Sure, you can most likely get the bronze medal on normal difficulty in all levels, but to progress you need to do better than that. To unlock new levels you need to have a certain amount of medals, meaning you have to amp up previously played levels to hard or mega hard, to get more levels and unlock new levels, and this is where it starts to get really tough. Now episode 1 and 2 for me took around 4 hours to finish them. I didn't struggle all that much, I mean, I did struggle as you should in a game like this, but it was manageable. And then came episode 3, and oh my fuck, it gets hard, like really goddamn hard, it's no joke anymore. Now each episode introduces new enemies and new mechanics, and the more you have, the more you have to remember in each level, making episode 3 very goddamn hard. And that alone took me as long as episode 1 and 2 combined. And that was not because episode 3 had more maps. No. Episode 3 has exactly 12 maps, just as episode 1 and 2. However though, there are things to help you out on this journey. Now the game, it has assists, luckily enough. And those assists, well, they range from aim assist to lengthen the time before the bronze medal is out and increase the amount of slow motion that you have. And these, they do help out, but once you activate them, you are off the global leaderboard. And in my book, if you remove all of these assists completely and put more emphasis in balancing the difficulty and actually managing to progress in the game, would have been a much better option. Screw the assists, make the game more balanced instead. But I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Do you think assists is a good option, or is balancing the game a better option? Now each level lets you have up to 3 different weapons, but they are all different in each level. So one level might let you have the pistol and the slow motion mechanic, and another level might let you have the shotgun, the assault rifle and the push ability. So each level changes what you have. And I find the way of doing this with the weapons and the mechanics quite fitting for the game. I didn't mind it one bit. Since everything has been tailored for the level that you're playing, it feels and plays really well, honestly. Now the weapons, their design and their sound is just amazing, and they feel really good apart from the assault rifle. That one has too much visual feedback, with it shaking like crazy and a muzzle flash bigger than my monitor, making it really hard to see where I'm actually shooting. So the abilities that you will be using, that will change for each map, are slow motion and a push. And you also got a grappling hook and a ground slam. The push is used to kill cannon fodder enemies with and knock down wooden doors. Works good and feels good, but it has a number of charges in each level, so you will not be able running around using just that. Now the slow-mo is there to help you nail those ultra hard headshots, and you can't use it forever. And every time you use it, you slow down in-game, but the clock keeps on ticking at real time. So every time you activate slow-mo, you will lose a few seconds. Now when it comes to the mechanics of the levels, well, we got a bunch of stuff here as well. We got buttons, we got different triggers, we got jump pads, we got exploding barrels, and then we got special jump pads that flies you around the map. I mean, more than just jump here and there, I'm talking Sonic jumps. Left, right, left, right. And then we have the speed platforms. Just like Sonic, you gain speed by walking on them. All works fantastic. So the levels, they are very short. On average, I would say that each map takes around 10 seconds, when you nail a good run, that is. But the crazy part is that most of them offers just as much as you would find in a regular sized 5-minute map. Okay, maybe not exactly as much, there's definitely fewer enemies and fewer corridors, but almost every single map has corners, jumps, buttons, shooting, vertical differences, and so on. And it doesn't feel particularly cramped. It's been designed really well so that it does take a few rounds to learn the layout and mechanics of each map, but it does not take too long. I'd say on average it took me around 4 test runs, which were all 30 seconds each on average, and on the 5th run I was ready to go for my 10-second round. And this is toppled with 3 different environments, one for each episode of the game, that are very, very nicely crafted. The art style, the level of realism and detail is very reminiscent of the modern Doom games, and they look gorgeous. This is a good thing and a very pleasant thing for your eyes. And the same thing goes with the enemies. They look like they have been ripped straight out of modern Doom games, but with a more realistic, exotic touch to them. That kinda sounds weird, but it's true. Now, beyond the levels I mentioned at the start being community levels, kill everything or collect everything, and the big fun levels, well, then we also have special levels. And they are designed to test your movement, your jumping, your crouching, your shooting, your pretty much everything in this game. But they are very, very easily designed, often focuses on one of the mechanics per level. Which makes for great practice, but they aren't really that advanced, so I'm not gonna praise them that much. So we reached the audio and the graphics, and it is top notch in this game. Just as I said with the guns, they sound amazing, and the soundtrack is no different. These 2 things are what you will be hearing the most, and they sound excellent. The soundtrack consists of heavy instrumental metal that really amps up the fast experience, making you feel even cooler than you already are. So when playing this, my recommendation would be to play this with headphones and just drop all the thoughts that you have for a few seconds and immerse yourself in the level that you're playing. And even if it's just for 10 seconds, become a boomer shooter god. Now, I already touched on the graphics, and they do remind me a lot of the modern Doom games. Very beautiful, in other words. And what is even more impressive is that this level of detail and beautifulness has been created by just 3 people. Now, in conclusion, I would really recommend this game. It feels fantastic to play, it looks really good, and it sounds awesome. But beware that this is a challenging game that is best played in short bursts if you're old and crampy like me. But if you are a speedrunner and really like fast-paced shooters, well, then you will probably be playing this forever and ever. Noteworthy also is at first I thought that this game was not going to be for me. I thought it looked way too hardcore and I would only get frustrated playing it. But I have never been more wrong judging a game by its cover. The game actually amps up its pace really well, so you're actually able to keep up, even when you are like me. Now, only doing challenges all the time kind of felt one-sided after a while. I really would have liked to dig up just a small campaign of some sort in this game, but there is none. However, there is a bunch of replayability to get your times better and better and better and to climb the leaderboards. But the game is also at $20. And I mean, that price tag could be discussed, but for the quality that this game has, yep, this is a recommend from me. Now, for the love of everything, if this game wasn't for you, don't miss these. I mean these.